shortly will be Tamara Matthews, as always. Tamara's just going to be involved with a short presentation to one of the stalwarts of the Wangaratta Magpies. To begin today, we acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land on which we broadcast from today, the Yorta Yorta people, and pay respects to their elders past, present and emerging, and extend this respect to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples here today. We come together to learn, to share and to journey together. We kick off the 2025 season with the Wangaratta Derby. The Rovers are playing host to the Magpies. Both teams are looking to put their best foot forward and make a positive start to the new season. In a moment, Katie Dean from the Wangaratta Magpies will be recognised with her 250th A-grade game. A really nice acknowledgement for her, as she did start her A-grade career with the Rovers, playing 19 games there before being a real stalwart in this A-grade team and notching up 231 games. She's a clean, very understated circle defender who works seamlessly with anyone that's in that ring with her, showing leadership on and off court, and she's captained her A-grade side for more than half of her time at the Magpies, which is sensational. So a very instrumental part of the 2018 and 2019 premiership teams, and you can see how
Wangaratta Rovers back in 2008. She played 19 games for Wang Rovers before she moved across to Wangaratta in 2010. She's played every year since except for 2014. I don't know whether that was whether you had children at that point or not, but you just give a little break. But Cody, on behalf of the league, you've been an awesome player for this club. You played in the 2018 and 2019 A-grade premierships for Wangaratta, was an integral part of both those sides. You've been a fantastic defender. You've played on some great players and played very well on some great attackers in this competition. So, on behalf of the league, congratulations on reaching 250 games, league-wide membership, and good luck to the day.
a huge acknowledgement for Katie Dean there. 250 A-grade games in the ovens and Murray, presented by the chairperson of the league, David Sinclair, passing on his gratitude, and Minna Lamb also thanking Katie on behalf of the Rovers. Our team list today, both teams with some wholesale changes from probably teams that we have seen in the past. Starting with the Rovers, the home teams, they will start with Cara O'Donoghue in goal shooter, Grace Court in goal attack, Bryony Simpson in wing attack, Hubert and Mia Eddington on their interchange definitely. And, I mean, handy to have unfortunately, due to her commitments with the VNL under-23s with the Peninsula Waves, her commitment to the side is limited, but they're hoping, Gracie said, for at least get us underway here in this first quarter. Some new sponsors on board in season 2025 with thanks to 40 Winks, AT Jones and NZ Albury during this first quarter. And Amanda Umansky sinks the first goal of the 2025 netball season. Bryony Simpson gives back to Gracie Reid. Holly McCarthy opts for the refeed, back to the line. Nice and settled play from the Rovers.
And Holly McCarthy just brings another level of height to the centre court that we're often not used to seeing. And she's a beautiful player. She's been outstanding for their 17 under side in recent seasons. And we know in the state selections, and you can certainly see a real draw card for them.
And I remember in the 17s grand final, though they came off second best, she reminded me of a very young Emily Brown, just that really instinctive player with that defensive mindset through that midcourt.
Yeah, and composed. She always looks fairly composed. As you see, Rovers move it to the goal line. They've hit circle edge.
Off to McCarthy, and a great get there from Gracie Reid, certainly the shortest player in that circle, and takes Rovers to a handy 2-1 lead with their centre pass to come on the AT Jones scoreboard. Bryony Simpson flirting with the sideline. McCarthy to Reid.
And that's the thing Reid will bring to this circle. As we see O'Donoghue nail the long bomb, Reid is quick. We know what the pace that she brings into a wing attack, let alone a shooting position. So certainly going to have their work cut out from the Wang defenders, keeping up with her.
And Olivia Holmes coming up from B grade. She was their best and fairest in their club last year, so great opportunity. Obviously, Wang Magpies a little bit different. A few people unavailable due to some new babies on the way, which is beautiful.
Something in the water across the road, isn't there?
Wasn't that Liv Laspina said that on Wednesday night, the same thing at Myrtleford. So it's interesting as Amelia Sharp gives off to McCarthy.
And Wang just putting on a space defence there, and Hannah Grady coming through, reading that ball. So the pressure of that defence for Sierra from Rovers, and Magpies now looking to attack.
Set in this circle, Claire Wilson bringing a wealth of experience to the shooting circle, but it will take a little bit of time for her and Amanda to work themselves out. But I guess Claire would play very similar to someone like Kelly Keane has previously, so Amanda will be used to that.
Yeah, it's wonderful to see Claire back in the league. You know, last time she was playing, she was only a youngster, and I know she played in Ovensboro representative sides in 17. So good to see a familiar face back, and possibly sister-in-law
to another netballer here at Wang. That's what brought her to the Magpies.
Yes, I believe. So she probably played a lot more goal shooter when she was younger, so a different role for here, but you're right, I think she'll play a really nice feeding role
in WA while she was living over there last year, and actually played alongside one of my old teammates from Sydney in today. So it was really funny on their social medias when they both popped up. I was like, oh. There you go. Holmes for the Magpies with the rebound. Katie Dean, 250th A-grade game player. What a milestone.
And hasn't she we've talked plenty of times before about the kind of player.
Great pick up there.
And person she is, presentation so well respected. Just an absolute business quietly. Received the accolades that she should have, but she has been tireless for them.
Absolutely, and always with a smile on her face. I think
looking super fit, can I just say, today?
Always does. But and in wing defence page there, a newcomer to the Magpies, a basketballer. So it'll be interesting to see what that dynamic is. You can see that she's reminds me very similar of Leah Genvy in that wing defence position, who's lining up in wing attack. So I don't think they've lost anything through there.
No, and Amanda Umansky's looking strong too down there in goal shooter.
Great goal there from Wilson to continue. Wang, we are at 4-3 here on the AT Jones score. Half minutes gone on the NZ Albury clock in this first quarter. Simpson gives off to O'Donoghue from Cara.
4 goals apiece on the AT Jones scoreboard.
Umansky takes her own rebound and nets it through. McCarthy, a little bit too speedy there, was Gracie Reed off the line. Paige Zam gives off to Genvy. Great release from Wilson. I don't think her feet were on the ground.
Good thing it was Leah Genvy that ball was going, because I'm not sure anyone else would have made that. And
a nice shot to finish.
Long shot.
Takes them out to a 2-goal lead. 6 goals to 4 here. A great take there from Amelia Sharp.
Another one who's come up from the 17s, been through the pathway system with Holly McCarthy, and so we're really looking forward to an opportunity to cement herself in the A-grade side, and I guess take her netball to the next level against some of these top players, as we see Reed take a sneaky one under the post. It's 5 goals Rovers, play 6 goals Wangaratta.
To come. McCarthy opts back to Michaela Trethowan. Michaela, having played at Magpies previously and then defaulting to AFL Women's for a little while, and it's lovely to see her back and captaining this Rovers team. She brings a wealth of experience.
And certainly plays hard on the court too.
I was about to say, won't shy away from that body game against Claire Wilson, who nets another nice goal for the Magpies, taking them up to 7, leading the Rovers 5 here on the AT Jones scoreboard. Nearly 7 minutes have been played on the NZ Albury clock.
Wang with the pick up there through Paige Zam. And a great feed from Genvy, just able to rebound her own ball.
Bit of a decoy from Wilson to Drew, the extra defender, leaving Umansky with all the space in front of her at that post. We're out to 3 here, 8 goals, plays 5. First quarter action thanks to 40 Winks. Gracie Reed.
Good pick up
McCarthy,
by
and great feed. See the hands of Holmes, a great reach, but Reed nets a nice goal
and
there.
opted to go back, take the step back. The hands were over, as you said, as Grady takes the ball for Wang, and Genvy familiar sight seeing her quick off the line, and they work to circle edge quickly, and Umansky has it under the post.
And the balk from Grady. Saw Wilson out of position, who has subbed on at some point in back play. Reed gives off to Simpson. O'Donoghue opts for that cross circle pass. Dean, great footwork. Reed, I don't know how she fed that pass through all those hands then.
And O'Donoghue,
and another beautiful shot
goal
to finish. Grady with the centre pass, gives off to Genvy. Umansky coming out, great cover from Kelsey Wilson. Amelia Sharp making it hard for Genvy on circle edge, and the feed goes in, and an awkward landing there from Umansky. Draws the footwork call. Trethowan to Wilson. Great drive.
And I think, don't be surprised if we see a position switch at some point between Trethowan and Sharp. Amelia Sharp does play circle defence, and as we know, Michaela Trethowan's certainly been strong in that wing defence. So they've got some options there.
Bryony Simpson as well.
Yeah.
We're used to seeing her in defence. Wing attack's probably a newer role for her, and Michaela, I know, has played centre and wing attack as well.
Yeah, so there's certainly a lot of options there for the Rovers. As Sharp goes to McCarthy, opts to go back to line for the reset. And Wangaratta again, just holding up the ball in the transverse, which they've done really successfully a few occasions this quarter. Rovers patiently
that was the team effort there. Holmes with the great rejection there. And it was the work, the teamwork, and it was reward for effort, but just couldn't quite be pulled in by Dean, as O'Donoghue rewards the Rovers' effort. We are a 1-goal game here, 9 goals to 8, the way of the Magpies. Rovers with the ball into O'Donoghue. And we're back to even, 9 goals apiece here on the AT Jones scoreboard. 10 minutes have been played here thanks to NZ Albury. Holmes gives off to Genvy. Wilson, space opening up. Good positioning there from Trethowan to give that a little dig around to the side, but just clipping the arms of Umansky. Wilson finishing with a nice goal. 10 goals to 9 here. We are back on centre pass.
The pocket to McCarthy, and it's O'Donoghue popping through on the baseline. Will take the shot and does not miss. Certainly starting off this game in fine form, Cara O'Donoghue.
Something about the Rovers shooters, like Sammy Crelcham could always nail a really beautiful long shot.
Absolutely.
As well. Great play there from McCarthy and Reid. Good double play.
Yeah, some nice quick ball release, but Grady saw that early and intercepted that well on the circle, and it's Wangaratta who are quickly down into their goal third. Genvy doing a ton of work in that play, and Umansky opening up beautifully under the post and makes no mistake. So from Magpies after some nice ball movement from Rovers.
Simpson finds Reid, pocket on her own, gives off to Simpson. O'Donoghue swings forward. McCarthy to the top of the circle. Great take there from Reid on the baseline. Swings top. High ball and a great rebound there from Livy Holmes. Paige Zam. And a great double play there from Grady, transitioning that ball beautifully.
And Zam so far has been very impressive on her drives through to attack, hasn't she? She's given them a lot of options down the court.
Wilson taking the advantage with Trethowan kind of caught with an extra set of arms over the pass of Grady then, but she's had 2 digs at it.
Just on the barbecue.
And another nice goal there from Amanda Umansky, taking the Magpies out to 12, leading the Rovers 10 on the the AT Jones scoreboard. Wilson balks, high ball. Grady.
Sharp.
Oh, well read.
Great vision by Zam. Saw it early and backed herself.
And Wilson, great work backed up by Amelia Sharp. So the Rovers not letting anything go past them here, jumping all of those loose balls. Simpson working well with Trethowan. And the juggle.
Just a hand to it, able to knock the ball back to her advantage.
She did well not to dribble it being a basketball.
And run off with it.
Genvy. Wilson and Genvy on that circle edge. Perfect weather for us here, but I can imagine it's feeling a bit warm out there for these girls. Wow. 13 and a half minutes nearly being played here. Yeah. Thanks to NZ Albury as we see Wilson notch another goal for the Magpies. 13 plays 10.
Yes, the first few rounds can certainly deliver some hot weather, can't they? Yeah.
It's a little bit chilly at Auskick this morning though. There's a bit of a fresh breeze coming off the grass.
Yes, this 1 o'clock time slot's probably the hottest part of the day at the moment as we see Grady wait patiently for Wilson to open up at the top, and she makes no mistake. Claire Wilson takes the Magpies to 14, 4-goal lead now, less than a minute to play on the NZ Albury time clock.
And Genvy did well then to prop and stop and draw the defenders and come back to the ball as Grady stands and delivers to Umansky. Great strong take under the post, and our greatest lead so far of this game, 5 goals, 15 plays, 10 here. Time ticking down to quarter time, our first quarter, thanks to 40 Winks. McCarthy opting to go back to Sharp. Simpson and O'Donoghue, a great hold there. All the space in the world and a nice goal to finish. 15 plays 11 on the AT Jones scoreboard. Obstruction call. Umpire Michelle just setting the penalty. Grady.
And the umpire's had a contact call on Amanda Yamansky. So Rovers will need to transition this ball up, and not enough time as we go to quarter time.
This is O&M Live Netball, and on O&M Live, you won't miss a thing.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Whatever it looks like, with GoTAFE, you've got this. Get real skills for real jobs and careers right now. Search GoTAFE today.
The Ovens and Murray Football League is proudly sponsored by Opal. Thinking packaging? Discover Opal.
Shawty get inspired, how about that? How about that? This time.
I reckon I'll go mid. Carlton Dry 3.5. Embrace the mid.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
With Optus Home Internet, you get more yes. Whoa. Which means less family screen time and more harmony with powerful Wi-Fi. Woo. Get the Ultra Wi-Fi modem at no extra cost.
On your marks, get set. Running too late. Being first out the gate. Get the fit you need. The athlete's foot. Fit for everyone.
We finished the first quarter. Has gone into centre with Lara Judd re-entering the court in as goalkeeper. A couple of fumbles to start this first quarter. Rovers with ball in hand.
No changes for the Magpies.
Not surprising.
No.
Nice steady outfit from them. As O'Donoghue notching the first goal of this second quarter thanks to our sponsor Bingley. Wilson looks for Genvy. Contact prior to leaving for that drive.
Looking to the Magpies bench, Georgia Clark over there, hoping to get her back mid to late season. Doing all the work, starting to do some running apparently.
Another great goal there from O'Donoghue for the Rovers, and their centre pass to come.
Just waiting on clearance for contact. So they'll be looking forward to sleeve if she can get back this season.
which would be fantastic. Lots of changes there. Obviously, Brooke Price unavailable due to pregnancy. Izzy Newton and Shay Crimmins as well, which is fantastic. And Kelly Keane involved in the coaching side of things, but not this year.
Not sure. Playing B?
Yeah.
Potentially, I think, yes. And named as the Ovens and Murray Open coach, which is just wonderful for the league to have someone of her experience and calibre. As we see Magpies transition that perfectly under the post. Amanda, not quite the perfect finish, but able to rebound her own ball. Really excited to see Kelly in that role. I think she'll bring great expertise and knowledge of the game. She has such great respect throughout the league. So.
And not just in the Ovens and Murray, but the Golden Valley League as well. As that ball, a little bit too much on it. That was the right idea going to the right. Reach Gracie Reid. I think that will be the one that she lets Wilson get away with for the quarter. As Grady finds Holmes. Genvy full stretch. Umansky to Genvy. And Umansky under the post. We'll have another stab at it. And 17 plays 14 here on the Ground Up Building Products scoreboard. This is the second quarter, thanks to Bingley. Good effort there from Judd. She's a new player to the competition. She's moved from the Bendigo League and is working at the Wang Hospital. So some notes that Gracie Reid said she's just slotted really well into the club. So great to see someone new to the competition. How she builds on her performance today over the season. Oh, Dean, in her 250th A-grade game, she saw it from a mile away, just misjudged probably the angle.
Wind just picking up here, but that did not interfere with Cara O'Donoghue's shot at all. She netted a long bomb there, and Wang go to centre pass. It's Wilson off the line, finds Genvy deep on the circle. Can phase for the front ball and finish off. So nice play there by Wang.
19 plays 15 here on the Ground Up Building Products scoreboard. 4 minutes have been played on the NZ Albury clock. And a penalty kind of off the ball. Further down court there, O'Donoghue. Fairly short range shot for her.
It was so far today. 16 plays and 19. Wang with the centre pass. Genvy hot off the line. And again, Grady, second phase, right to circle edge. That's hard to cut off. Makes those feeds to the shooters so much easier as we see Amanda finish off. So Rovers will need to adjust there. That's the second centre pass in a row that they've made it look fairly easy.
See Bright. We'll see a rotating sub in here to wing defence. O'Donoghue. We see the change there. Amelia Sharp coming off. O'Donoghue, another nice goal. 20 plays 17 here in favour of the Magpies. Their centre pass to come.
And a change up straight away. Umansky coming out. And Wilson straight back to circle to receive.
Nice to see Judd actually made Umansky really work for the space into the circle and had front position, which got her that rebound there. But the ball, the Magpies forced the Rovers into there, the frantic play. Genvy off circle edge, so won't opt to feed. Wilson finds Grady, finds Wilson. And a nice in here. McCarthy to Simpson.
Give and go. Had someone there in Wilson, but led opportunity through Dean.
And as you suspected, Tam, earlier in that quarter, Amelia Sharp's been rotated into goalkeeper. So there will be the height mismatch between her and Umansky, but the youth and that footwork, I think, will probably be what her role has been given.
As we see O'Donoghue finish off for Rovers, takes them to 18, trailing the Magpies. 21 here on the big lead. Holly Humphries has entered the court here
in wing attack
for the Magpies.
And in her A-grade debut. So how nice for the Magpies. Great feed there into Umansky. And Genvi quick to put that centre bib on as well. So
and I was just going to say, I'm sure we'll see some rotation here. You know, they can roll her off. Han Grady can come off for a spell. Obviously, centre's a new position for her, and Leah can roll into that.
Great defence there from Olivia Holmes. So Donahue rolls through, and a beautiful shot there from the Rovers goal shooter. Humphries. Grady with the release. Oh,
strong play by men and smart just to recognise
great rebound
her.
from Michaela Trethau, and then knew she couldn't get two hands and tapped it backwards in behind her.
Sharp
Wilson.
Wilson.
Sharp gives to Trethowan. Reed finds McCarthy down court. Beautiful take. O'Donoghue finding front, but they opt to use the ring. Wilson feeds to Reed. And netting that goal. So back to a 2-goal game. 22 the lead the Magpies have over the Rovers 20. The Rovers sent a pass to come. We've played 8 minutes on the NZ Albury clock. O'Donoghue chasing up that ball on the baseline.
Yeah,
Wilson.
the hold and drop was on them, but I think she just mistimed the drop. And the ball went stray as Reed, having to get it over hands there, just fell short. So the defenders have been good not to be giving away obstructions on Gracie Reed, just staying in play long enough to interfere with the shot and then obviously position for the rebound if it doesn't fall through. Given their height advantage, they've been able to make that work, as we see.
Gracie finding a lot of space in there.
They did well to see her there.
Just timing it, a great pass there from Reed to O'Donoghue, who finishes with a goal. Back to 1 goal. 22 plays 21 here in this second quarter, thanks to Bingley. Wilson finding Humphries, top of the circle, textbook play to Umansky.
And Millie O'Kane rolling onto the court in goal defence for the Wang Magpies. So a really exciting young player about to go away this coming week and represent Victoria in the under-17 side at Nationals. So a big week ahead for her, but able to play today because she hasn't been involved in VNL. So hasn't had as much court play as probably some of the other state players, and so happy for them to use her today, and obviously they'll just manage her load depending how this game plays out.
Great opportunity, and is that the Molly Moylan will be the captain of, which is fantastic. So 2 local girls playing for Victoria, fantastic.
And then throw in Eliza Mooney and Mia Lavis in the 19s. So great representation from the Northeast this week in Sydney, coming up at the Netball Championships.
As Simpson in wing defence gives off to McCarthy. Finding the line, the Magpies doing it really hard. Wilson and Humphries on the line there doing a power of work as well. Wilson finding McCarthy top. O'Donoghue turns a little bit longer there on the shot.
Falls in eventually.
And it drops in 23, plays 22 here on the Ground Up Building Products scoreboard.
Humphries wide, finds Genvi off circle edge, Wilson through, fakes, circle edge.
Genvi back on at centre, my apologies. Wilson just setting the great job there to try and get the front position, but gave away the contact.
And in back play,
in the process,
Grady's rolled into wing defence, replacing Zan. I'm interested to talk to Han. I thought Han has played a great role in centre, and I'll be interested to talk to her after and find out how her body feels. You know, she's had a bit of a history of some back issues, and obviously that circle defence puts a lot of pressure on that. But whether the running work of centre actually works for her in terms of managing her body this season, as you see Humphries, a lovely give and go. Can't ball, and Umansky, great timing on that drive forward.
And well done from the Magpies. Lots of changes being made, but all of them quite seamless. Obviously been doing a lot of work at training involving that.
And you could see that there with Humphreys, new to this team, but obviously had enough connection, tried to move that ball really quickly on a couple of give and goes there. Knew where her players were going to be as Wang finish off 25, leading the Rovers 22 on the ground up building products scoreboard.
As Trethowan's come on as centre for the Rovers. So a great match up there between her and Genvi. Sharp lines up at the baseline. Simpson to Sharp. Trethowan, great drive. One of the strengths of her game is her ability to move that ball down court as Simpson replays the ball, trying to play on. O'Kane to Wilson. Umansky strongly asking for that ball. Wilson finding that space at the top.
And Umansky directing play there, saying to Genvi, put it down there. Wilson's coming through. She sort of held that back space and drew 2 defenders. So
goal lead, the Magpies 26 plays 22 here in this second quarter thanks to Bingley. Into the last 3 minutes of this first half.
This is a great contest between Trethowan and Genvi.
Oh, and a great take from Reid on the baseline. And a great goal to finish. It's interesting on Wednesday night at the season launch, which was fantastic, where 5 of the coaches were interviewed, and Gus actually asked Em Brown how she found the rolling subs, and she just said what a string to everyone's bow it's been, particularly with lots of new players coming through and things like that, that the experienced players can have that opportunity to roll into other positions to help out. But if something's not working, being able to try something, and then if that's still not working,
change it back and immediately not having to wait for a break.
She said not everyone's got asthma, but Liv took that a little bit personally.
Yeah. There's been a huge reduction in the amount of the injury sheets have come back a lot cleaner last year, but Wilson taking the ball for Magpies and finishing off beautifully. And I think so too. The first few rounds of the season are always quite warm, and it doesn't matter how strong a pre-season you've had, that, you know, finals when it starts to warm up. So in those games, if you've got a side who is successfully using rolling subs, I think, as you said, it's just a real string to your bow.
A great play there from the Magpies, a triangle set up between Genvi and Umansky, and the goal from Amanda Umansky taking the Magpies out to 29, leading the of this first half.
Rovers wanting the contact call there, but it was a clean contest.
Dean O'Kane, or just
Reid. Shortest player in the court gets the deflection, but not able to pull it in as Grady.
Simpson getting a hand to that ball, and Genvi just a little bit erratic was the play there. Tangle of feet. Humphreys, you bounced up a lot quicker than I would have. And Judd did well to balance there and get that ball off to Trethowan.
Yeah, well read.
Sharp. It'd be nice to see the Rovers get a ball in there quickly before half time.
Using it
and
so
Dean,
much.
She read that beautifully, but there was just enough on it, but a little bit too much for Reid. Dean gives off to O'Kane, and there is the siren for halftime. So at halftime, it is the Magpies leading the Rovers 29-23. This is O&M Live Netball, and on O&M Live, you won't miss a thing.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Whatever it looks like, with GoTAFE, you've got this. Get real skills for real jobs and careers right now. Search GoTAFE today.
The Ovens and Murray Football League is proudly sponsored by Opal. Thinking packaging? Discover Opal.
Shawty get inspired, how about that? How about that? This time.
I reckon I'll go mid. Carlton Drive 3.5. Embrace the mid.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
With Optus Home Internet, you get more yes. Which means less family screen time and more harmony with powerful Wi-Fi. Get the Ultra Wi-Fi modem at no extra cost.
On your marks, get set. Running too late. Being first out the gate. Get the fit you need. The athlete's foot. Fit for every run.
All right, welcome back to O&M Live Netball. Half-time here at the WJ Finlay Oval. The Magpies with the 6-goal lead, 29 plays 23. It's been a fairly evenly matched first half, and the Magpies just a little bit probably of experience allowing them that little buffer.
Yeah, both sides moving the ball quickly and with confidence, despite the fact that we've seen a number of new players in each side, but they're certainly letting the ball go, which is great to see. And as you said, I think it's just the experience of the Magpies at this stage. Certainly their defensive pressure at times across that transverse has really held up the Rovers, and they've had to find another avenue to goal, but Umansky obviously is a great target for them down forward, but very impressed with the connection that her and Wilson have had to date. It's been outstanding.
Yeah, and conversations between both teams looking very jovial out there, and I think for Gracie Reid, a goal for, I'm sure, the Rovers this season is just to be really consistent and competitive, and I think she'll be proud of the way that they've started this game, and they've got themselves within one goal in that second quarter, so they can do it. It will just be how, I guess, those younger heads manage to keep that concentration for the full 4 quarters.
Well, that's right, and I think, you know, those younger players in Sharp and McCarthy, they've come from a 17 side that's been very dominant, so they're used to winning, and, you know, perhaps they might bring a bit of that winning energy with them, and just different expectations, I guess. And sometimes when you've got a number of new players, it's a fresh start, and you can, you know, put aside last season and season before that and season before that, and you can just start with a really fresh approach. So hopefully we see that as the season goes on from Rovers. Fun fact, care of Steve Turvitt, it hasn't been since 2014 that Rovers have beaten the Magpies in A grade, so they're still within reach today. And
Stats man, I wonder if Minna Lamb has that in her stats book.
I don't know. As we see the sides come together, second half of play. 2 of our experienced A-grade umpires, Michelle Wilson and Jane Baring, out here today to kick off the season as well. Great to see them back.
Absolutely, and I was just going to say, a busy weekend in Wang with the Rep Carnival tomorrow as well, so I'm sure a few of these girls on court will actually be helping coach a couple of teams tomorrow, and I'm sure Michelle and Jane perhaps will be umpiring as well as the third quarter. Thanks to McRae Motors is underway. The Magpies with the centre pass, opting to start the way that they finished that first half.
No change for them. They've got to circle edge Genby, little low ball to Wilson, able to draw the contact from other Wilson, but finds Umansky under the post, who finishes off.
First goal of the second half on the Newmarket Hotel.
So for Rovers, Holly McCarthy to centre, Michaela Trathan to wing defence, We've got Gracie Reid still in goal attack alongside O'Donoghue. Ball bottles out. O'Kane says it had nothing to do with it, but Michelle Wilson saw that.
Right in the wrong spot for O'Kane, but
beautifully read on that occasion. So Magpies get the turnover. And
Simpson.
Well timed.
Beautiful coming through with two hands. And another great rebound from O'Kane.
And a great block again by O'Kane.
Simpson out of play for being just a little bit too close. O'Kane, finding Grady, and clever there from Hannah, knowing that Trethowan was hot on her heels. Wilson stands up and delivers 31, plays 23 here on the Newmarket Hotel scoreboard.
Humphreys, strong contest with Trethowan, able to pull the ball in and in the meantime draw the contact. So Magpies just patiently trying to work the ball on.
That height mismatch between McCarthy and Genvy down there, and Humphreys as well. You can see them having to take a few balks and a few passes to get the hands out of the way. But Umansky finishing it off. 32 here, plays 23 in this third quarter thanks to McRae Motors. Simpson and Wilson. Reid to McCarthy.
Great tap. Smart play by Reid. Saw Wilson by herself. Just couldn't finish. O'Donoghue, apologies. Couldn't finish off. And O'Kane again, strong on that rebound. Long ball. Hannah Grady, doesn't she love a long bomb?
She likes to be on the receiving end and also to deliver a good pass as well.
She winds up like nobody's business as we see Wilson goes to Umansky.
Manages to tap it back. Wilson finishing with a good goal. So we're out to a 10-goal lead. 33 plays 23. And Genvy and Leah Genvy and Hannah Grady both playing a part in that Ovens and Murray team that got to play earlier this year, which is a fantastic initiative and hopefully one that continues.
Yeah, Leah Genvy named best on court at the end of the day. She had a brilliant game in the wing attack position. And yeah, it was a really great experience. Look, just an opportunity to play against some different opposition. As we see Reid with a footwork call there. So Dean with the ball for the Magpies, and they'll go into attack again. But yeah, Reid, certainly a really great opportunity for the Ovens and Murray. Like I said, different opposition, different venue, an indoor venue. And the team just came together beautifully. It was considering they didn't have any training sessions, but I think that's the benefit of having some wonderful experience in there. You know, you talk about Grady and Genvy. And then some really young, fresh faces. Kalisha Pearl was fantastic on the day. We had Lily McKinney in the side, as you see.
Another long bomb from Grady.
True defender, feeding from the line.
And Umansky finishing it off, taking us to an 11-goal lead. 35 plays 24 here on the Newmarket Hotel scoreboard.
Yeah, and speaking to the Wagga Council, they're really hopeful of trying to secure those pre-season games with SSN each year. They've had 2 now, and certainly if they can do that, something we'll be looking to continue.
God's country, a very dear place in my heart.
Yes, Ree's home ground, but particularly given the uncertainty around interleague against the Goulburn Valley, as Dave Sinclair mentioned the other night at the season launch. So it'll be a bit of a wait-and-see situation, but nice to know we've got some really great options around us as we see Magpies with the centre pass. Obstruction call on McCarthy, so Grady moving forward to take that pass.
O'Donoghue netting that goal, and it's actually a 12-goal margin. My apologies, 36 plays 24. Magpies really in control here. 5 minutes gone on the NZ Albury clock with Umansky just adding another one.
They've really pushed it out this quarter here. Third quarter brought to you by Crane Motors and McCarthy. Simpson to Reid, forced to go back to McCarthy. Again, just being held up as they try and...
And O'Kane, very, very smart work and very clean. Dean, the last jump, just a little bit too close as O'Donoghue finishes it off. 37 plays 25. Humphreys to Umansky, out on the top of the circle. Judd now doing her best to keep Amanda out of the circle. And the Rovers have done well to
And Humphreys.
Force that ball
not
out.
playing unlike Shay Crimmins or Izzy Newton used to in that position. So
A great pull in there from Amanda. Just off the circle edge. Wilson backing up in that goal defence position. Finds Simpson. Finds Wilson again, but Genvy
saw that from miles away, didn't she? Had all the time in the world.
Yep.
Works the ball back to the transverse while waiting for some shooters to appear.
And the danger of that parallel pass just gives the defender the opportunity to pick it off in midair like that. Trethowan struggling to find someone, but the hands of McCarthy, Simpson. O'Donoghue turns, shoots and finishes 37. Plays 26 here on the Newmarket Hotel scoreboard. Sharp re-entering the court in back play for the Rovers into goal defence. Simpson and Reid again teaming together. Genvy coming around the body, but Grady had given away the contact just before. Good ball.
Nice drop there by O'Donoghue, just not able to pull it in with two hands, and Magpies it with the turnover and the throw-in. So O'Kane goes cross-court to Dean. Genvy all alone in the centre third.
Humphreys.
So Rovers just sitting off their players a bit in that passage of transition and probably can't afford to do that. Wayne are able to move the ball so quickly. If you give them the space to give and go, they'll be on circle edge in no time, as we see Wilson finish off. 38 leads the Rovers, 26 on the Newmarket Hotel scoreboard.
O'Kane coming through to Genvy. Humphreys opting for the refeed. Back to the line. Genvy steady hands.
A better defensive effort there from Rovers to keep those Magpies feeders off circle edge and rewarded with the turnover.
Oh, Sharp.
Oh, did everything she could
to keep it in, landing a little bit awkwardly right close to that sideline.
Fairly sure I would have face planted on the sideline over there.
I'd be still on the ground.
She made that look good.
Katie Dean in her 250th A-grade game.
And Genvy just not flustered by the hands in the face, waiting till it opened up, able to draw the call.
And a great feed there. Eyes down of the defender in Judd. Umansky, though, just not finding her first attempt yet this game, but she nails it on that second attempt. So 39 plays 26. The lead the way of the visitors in the Magpies. Just under 9 minutes have been played in this third quarter, thanks to McRae Motors and NZ Albury.
And we see the switch there in defence. O'Kane going to O'Donoghue in the shooter position, and Dean opting to come out and pick up Gracie Reid in goal attack.
Humphreys to O'Kane.
Oh, great ball from O'Kane.
Oh, and Sharp did so well.
Finds Wilson entering the circle. What a ball.
And rewarded. You can hear that the Magpies bench are really enjoying that as well. As Zam re-enters the court into wing defence, Reid strays up strong. Zippy.
Yeah, nice play by Reid.
Double play and a goal to finish. Great play there from the Rovers. Magpies with the centre pass, and O'Kane rolling through the subs. Holmes re-entry into goal defence.
Just chase that down.
Like the little Energizer bunny, but I think her boys are as busy as mine.
Yeah, well, so
busy running after them all the time.
Well, that would keep you busy. They do well to keep up with her, though, I reckon. She's pretty busy. As you see O'Donoghue take a lovely ball under the post and finish off for the Rovers. Rovers go to 28, leading the Magpies 40.
And McCarthy to Reid. Back to McCarthy and Sharp on the line. Simpson. Oh, and Gracie Reid had the opportunity there, but probably was thinking of the next move and didn't quite have a grasp on that ball. Dean, ever steady to Genvy. Zam opening the space for Humphreys. On the line, great effort from McCarthy. Genvy standing up tall to deliver that pass. Obstruction in the circle sees the penalty advanced to Wilson, taking the Magpies to 41, leading the Rovers 29 in this third quarter, thanks to McRae Motors into the last 5 minutes of this third quarter. Oh, Judd did well to come around, just stepped a little bit too far off the body, giving Umansky that space.
Oh, air ball from Amanda.
And a great follow-up there from Judd, knowing that the ball hadn't hit the ring. It would have been a replay ball if it had have landed in Umansky's hands. Sharp with the split with Trethowan. Reid looking to centre that ball. McCarthy now in that centre channel. Trethowan on the hands of Humphreys. Well read. Zam to Genvy. Wilson turns. Can't quite finish with the goal, and Judd gets us underway with the return. Can the Rovers get from end to end? They would like to keep this score deficit around this margin. They'd love to bring it back and not let it get too far.
Yeah, a couple of late goals would give them a little bit of hope as we see O'Donoghue work it closer to post and finish off for the Rovers.
41 plays 30 here with Rovers with the centre pass to come. McCarthy, quick release to Simpson. Reid does well to find possession of that ball and
just sat in the air. It was a bit of a loopy pass rather than that strong shoulder pass across, but managed to come away with it. O'Donoghue will take the shot on the base.
The Newmarket Hotel scoreboard. Hannah Grady's back on a centre, feeds the ball beautifully into Umansky. Great goal to finish there from Amanda Umansky. Back out to 11:42, plays 31. The final stages, last 2 minutes of this third quarter. Sharp and Zam picking up the scraps from a little tap from a hand.
And Magpies players just free over these last couple of minutes, so Rovers will certainly be looking forward to the break, I think. Some tired-looking players out there.
Tam, can I ask, in regards to the scorers over on the bench, do the players subbing on and off have to let them know?
The player coming on just needs to let them know their name so that they can mark it down as they enter the court. They can obviously work out the position. It's on their bib. But, yeah, it's just letting them know. And there's a white dot over there at the interchange area for the rolling subs purpose.
And as we say that, Millie O'Kane has rolled on beautifully into goal attack for the Magpies. Contact call. Gracie Reid into wing attack, gives off to Cara O'Donoghue, finishing with a goal, taking us back to 10 goals the difference, thanks to the Newmarket Hotel into the last minute of this third quarter. The Magpies been very strong all day. O'Kane stands and delivers, taking us out to an 11-goal buffer, 43 plays 32 third quarter, thanks to McRae Motors. Hands over from Olivia Holmes. Goes the way of the Magpies. Grady finds Humphreys. O'Kane's just run the length of that circle, turns and shoots. Magpies with the centre pass to come. They'd love to get another one drop in on the eve of three-quarter time. Players setting the penalty. Oh, great read there from Judd. Again, that loopier ball. Sharp to Reid. And the siren goes for three-quarter time. It is the Magpies 44 leading the Rovers 32. This is O&M Live Netball, and on O&M Live, you won't miss a thing.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Whatever it looks like, with GoTAFE, you've got this. Get real skills for real jobs and careers right now. Search GoTAFE today.
The Ovens and Murray Football League is proudly sponsored by Opal. Thinking packaging? Discover Opal.
Shawty get inspired. How about that? How about that? This time.
I reckon I'll go mid. Carlton Dry 3.5. Embrace the mid.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
With Optus Home Internet, you get more yes. Which means less family screen time and more harmony with powerful Wi-Fi. Get the Ultra Wi-Fi modem at no extra cost.
On your marks, get set. Running too late.
Welcome back to O&M Live Netball. Magpies with the 12-goal advantage moving into this fourth and final quarter. How quickly the games go. Our fourth quarter is thanks to 40 Winks. Zam gives off to Humphreys. Big ball into Umansky, and Kelsey Wilson getting front position, disrupting the play there.
So we see O'Kane staying in that shooting position.
Grady finding Umansky. Trethowan coming off the ball, try and disrupt that play. And there's a footwork call under the circle. Mia Eddington for the Rovers coming on late in that third quarter into the wing attack position and has stayed on to start this fourth quarter. Sharp in wing defence, gives off to Simpson in the centre. Simpson to Reid, up for the double play. Great cover there from Dean. O'Donoghue did well to get that ball, turns, looks and nails it.
And went in.
44, the Magpies leading the Rovers 33. Scoreboard in this fourth quarter thanks to McRae Motors.
Good ball by Grady, but not able to be taken by Umansky. So Rovers with an opportunity here. Great ball, long to Simpson. Another great ball.
Flirting very much with the 3 seconds there. I think that Rovers ball off the baseline, but they got it through. Sharp finds Reid. And just the hands of O'Kane.
Yes. Another one of these talented youngsters that can play either end of the court.
The luxury.
Absolutely.
It's I'll be interested when our other teams take the court next week as to, particularly with the Coralrother Glenrue, someone like Sophie Hanrahan, which end of the court she will be playing at.
Yeah, I did spy her in a pre-season game shooting, so I expect we might see her at either end from time to time.
Eddington and Simpson teaming up there to take that ball down for the Rovers. O'Donoghue has been very handy on the long shot, and another one, nothing but net there. 45 plays 34. The Rovers just managing to keep this buffer within reach, and I think Coach Gracie Reid will be pleased if over this quarter they can bring a couple back or not let it push out any further.
Absolutely, and it's really hard the first few weeks, isn't it? Because you just don't know until you've seen everyone once what to expect from other clubs, particularly clubs that have got new teams.
The patience there of the Magpies, waiting for it to open up, and it trickles in for Umansky.
But likewise, the Magpies will be really pleased to get season started with a win. We know how disappointingly their season ended last year. Obviously, 2 major injuries very late in the season, close to finals. Just devastating for them, given that they were certainly going to be a contender, and they'll be really looking forward to starting fresh this season, some new players, and moving forward.
I think for the Ovens and Murray A-grade competition this year, I think there's a lot of unknown. I think there's been a lot of changing of the guard across a lot of different clubs, and I think particularly in this first round of the draw where everyone plays each other once, it will be really interesting.
And we're going to have teams like Wodonga with Molly Moylan, Raiders with Eliza Mooney, Millie O'Kane next week, unavailable with as well, with player availability.
As Brady finds Umansky, opting for the refeed. Done beautifully. And a goal to finish. 47 plays 35 here on the McRae Motors scoreboard.
So, Rhea, I don't think we're really going to sort of see it start to fall out until probably the second half of the season, once everyone's played everyone and teams have full availability again.
Simpson really backing up Eddington there.
Long ball, but just
Holmes.
Not the right option, with Holmes sitting in front of O'Donoghue on that occasion.
Time being called by umpire Jane there while Dean retrieves the ball. Zam. Long ball to Genvi. Reid did well sitting off the body there, getting a tap, finding the crumbs herself. McCarthy subbing on, finding post. Reid did well to just tap that again to the space in front of her. Deserves a goal to finish. Holmes stood out of play.
Opts to pass off. Smart play by Reid. Rovers to 36. So back to 11 here on the McRae Motors scoreboard.
Great hands from Sharp.
Yeah.
Good rebound from Amanda. Finishing it nicely there. 48 plays 36 here in this
and I guess
quarter.
The other one who will potentially have a player unavailable with Myrtleford, with Daisy O'Kane named as the Vixens Reserves training partner. So obviously, what her commitment and availability to Myrtleford looks like, we'll have to wait and see. But certainly, there's obviously an opportunity possibly for her there, and that may impact on them. It's really going to be a bit of a waiting game, I think, this first half. Well watched, Michaela Tithown. She just stood there and took that like nobody's business.
And the Rovers really need to reward that play from Trithowen. Reid, good position on the court in that centre channel. Eddington coming through. And Dean also coming through. She's had a great game in her 250th game today.
She has. And see, Magpies defence just interrupting the flow there of Rovers and denying them with some of their timing, as we see the ball go out, and it will be Dean for the Magpies. Great release from Zam. Not clean though.
And McCarthy did well to stay out of that then and not take the contact, but disrupt the ball again. Eddington to McCarthy. Holmes coming around the tap. Zam. O'Grady. Wilson's re-entered that court again into goal attack. O'Kane back for a rest. Wilson just giving the post a little bit of a hug. Attempts the rebound as well.
Front position, but not able to get it. But forced the error from the shooter there in Umansky, and Rovers rewarded with a baseline throw-in.
Wilson to Trithowen. Reed. Michaela Trithowen again instrumental in that transition.
Do you want to go walk?
Love to see Gracie Reed just look into the circle, make it at least look like she's going to pass it in there.
Well, and see if she can draw a defender off.
O'Donoghue. Shooting beautifully, 48. The lead to the Magpies, leading the Rovers 37 on the McRae Motors scoreboard. Over 8 minutes have been played in this fourth quarter thanks to NZ Albury. Umansky again holding strong and finishing the Magpies' 49th goal. McCarthy using Trithowen. Great positioning on the circle edge. And a great goal there to finish.
So 38 plays 49. Rovers still within that 11, just can't quite narrow it anymore.
And Claire Wilson was opting to play on an unbalanced, and the hands of Rovers were in the road. Great take from Bryce Simpson. Sharp. Gives off. McCarthy.
Reed pops in over the back.
Oh, a little bit too much on it. Holmes with consistency all over the court from the Magpies. And another new sponsor, the Anytime Fitness Player of the Day, who we will have a quick chat with at the end of the game. Lots of contenders from both teams. Grady giving a pass here to the bench. To the spectators of the Magpies.
Crimmins back amongst the action. Just briefly. Sharp goes along to Simpson. No one coming at her, but finds Trithowen, who finds Reed.
Oh, and a little bit too much on it. Right idea into that pocket. What can the Magpies do here into the final 5 minutes of this game? Obstruction. Coach Reed. Grady to Zam. Genvy. Just so reliable.
Grady flicked the ball back into the Rovers player and bounced off her. So it's just not your day when that happens, is it, for Rovers?
Where do you want it, man? Where do you want it?
Wilson having a good tussle in that goalkeeper goal attack match up in the circle then, but the Magpies are out to 50, leading the Rovers 38 on the McRae Motors scoreboard.
Yeah, and then after that,
Nice goal there to finish from Gracie Reed, keeping the Rovers in touch, not letting this lead expand too far. Millie Sharp and Leah Genevieve had a great tussle all day. Umansky takes the Magpies to 50, leading the Rovers 39. Grady and Holmes all in one channel closest to us, the Magpies, and Leah Genvy does well to get that ball into the centre channel, and Trethau, and great footwork there to come front. Just gets a tap to it. It slows the play down from the Magpies.
Genvi opts to go over, sees the space in front of your man scheme, smart pass.
Magpies with the centre pass to come. Genvi again off the line. Mansky coming forward. Great hold from Wilson. Trethowan getting a hand in there, and last hand was off goal attacking Claire Wilson. Again, right on that 3-second mark. Reed coming through. Less than 2 minutes to play on the NZ Albury clock. Oh. Again, Reed having to step back.
She finishes
that goal nicely. 52 plays 40 here on the McRae Motors scoreboard. Trethowan, Bryce Simpson. Coming back to the league, Cara O'Donoghue. She's done a great job today for the Rovers.
Nice drive there, Paige.
You'll see, I think a lot of these players will just go from strength to strength this season.
Absolutely, they sure will. And just, again, as you said, getting a feel for the pace. As you see, McCarthy finds Reed in front. She takes a long shot, falls short, and Dean under it.
Into the last minute of this opening game of the 2025 Ovens and Murray A-grade netball season. Thanks to the SS&A and GoTafe and our major sponsor, McRae Motors. Wilson Trethowan again.
Well picked up.
She has definitely been a very consistent performer in this Rovers outfit. Penalty just being set. McCarthy finds Reed. Quick play there from Bryce Simpson and Reed.
Good vision and release to find Reed over the back.
Quick goal to finish. Time ticking down. Can the Magpies pop another one on the board? Genvi outstretched. Gives off to Grady. And the siren goes for full time. The end score, the Magpies 52, defeating the Rovers 41 in this opening round of the Ovens and Murray. Tamara Matthews to get our Anytime Fitness Player of the Day today, which for our opening game will be a player from the Wangaratta Magpies in Leah Genvi. Rovers competitive all day, but the Magpies, their experience outweighs everything else. Pop those ones on, Leah. And I'll get you to hold that one, and we're going to have to take a really fancy photo of you. But congratulations, a good start to the 2025 season.
Thank you very much. It was fun.
How did it feel out there?
First game's always a bit scrappy. I don't know. I just entertained. Surely not.
No, just consistently. Like, yeah, obviously there's some new players in your side. Brooke Wilson came in. Her connection with Amanda was great. We saw Han into centre, which worked really well. But I guess you just provided that consistency to circle edge. How did you feel the connection went with those new players in attack?
I thought they did an absolute ripping job. I loved it when Holly came on in that wing attack position and Millie came on in that goal attack and then down in the defence end. I just absolutely loved it, and I loved sitting on the bench watching it, to be honest.
And we did say you don't lose anything. You girls all play very similar. Like, obviously for someone like Holly, she's she's been watching you and the likes of Izzy and Shay through her juniors and things like that, and certainly the competitor. How is Millie feeling on the eve of travelling down for the state competition?
She's absolutely excited for it. Yeah, she's a ball of energy at training too. So I'm keen to watch her, and we're all just going to cheer her on. But she's loving it.
And what about the celebrations for Katie in that 250th A-grade game?
It's such a special time. I love playing with Katie, and we all do, because she provides so much leadership, energy, and just a great all-round person. So we're happy to get the win for her and get around her today, because she deserves it.
Oh, well, congratulations, and celebrate beautifully with the Wangaratta Magpies. A great start to the 2025 season. Well done, Leah.
And we're just going to have to get a
little photo of you with this beautiful
Anytime Fitness Player of the Day. Our first one for season 2025. Leah Gendry from the Wangaratta Magpies. Well done, Leah, and
Excellent.
Good luck for the rest of the season.
Thanks, Leah. Well, Tam, that's been the opening round. The Magpies coming out victors, and the Rovers putting up a really good fight, particularly for probably that first half, and they'll be looking to rectify that as the season continues. This has been O&M Live Netball. I'm Ree Harris. Thanks to Tamara Matthews, and we will be back with O&M Live Netball next weekend. This is O&M Live, and on O&M Live, you won't miss a thing.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Whatever it looks like, with GoTAFE, you've got this. Get real skills for real jobs and careers right now. Search GoTAFE today.
The Ovens and Murray Football League is proudly sponsored by Opal. Thinking packaging? Discover Opal.
Get inspired, how about that? How about that? This time.
I reckon I'll go mid. Carlton Drive 3.5. Embrace the mid.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.